Hi there, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain. Today's card is an interactive one. This is the front panel and I'm going to start by working at the back of it. I have a piece of acetate that I want to put in here. Put it in place. Now you don't want to get any glue outside the edge of the plastic. I made this card yesterday without doing a file for it, and so I've found all the pitfalls. I also have a little frame cut out. I am using the Fast Grab tacky glue because I have found it's very good. Less is more when it comes to glue. And I need to line that up and press down. So that's looking pretty good. And I have a little cat that's going to go on the front here. Now, I could, of course, just put him flat like that, but what I'm going to do is give him some dimension without putting dimension on. So I'm not actually going to raise it up on foam because this is going to have foam underneath it. So I'm just going to test this on a piece of paper. It's not coming off as extremely juicy, so that's fine. And what I want to do is just put a little bit of shadow down here. So now when I put my cat on, and it just brings the cat forward a little bit. I've got a watercolour brush pen, that will do the job. I just put that underneath. Add a little bit of water there. It won't blend really well because this is not watercolour paper, but that will just soften it. There we go, that'll do. This is going to be the back panel. What does the person deserve? Now this is where I come in with some of these things. This makes doing this kind of card really nice and easy, and it makes it last better. This is just little thin kind of lolly sticks. They're only 6mm wide. And when I did my file, I drew lines that are approximately 7 mils apart. So I should be able, if that is correct, to get 3 of these, like so. These can be cut with a sharp pair of scissors, so you don't have to have any special equipment for this. So I just want to cut a couple of them to approximately the same length, and it doesn't matter if one's got a rounded end or not, and it doesn't have to be absolutely, totally, utterly precise. I just need to be able to trim it. Let's do the same with the other one. I'm matching it up only simply because it's an easy way to measure it. And, oops, that bit went on the floor. Right, now it's important that this one goes directly under that window frame. I mean, these lines are just a guide, really. It's just to make sure that you get things on there straight, that it's not crooked, because if it's crooked, it's not going to work too well. Now, because I allowed 7 mils, it should be fine for that. And then the other one will go and get stuck underneath. And when you pick it up, that is going to slide in and out nice and easy, no problem. And this doesn't give, and it's just really, really good to do. Now, the other thing I want to do is to build up the outside edges. And to do that, I'm just going to use some foam. Now, I could use a sticky foam. As it happens, the sticky foam I have is extremely thin. It's only about 1mm, and I want it 2mm, basically. And it's actually easier to put the glue in place on here and stick the foam in place. Now I need to work out where my picture needs to go, and I want to put this so I've got about that much sticking out at the max. So this one needs to be trimmed off, and I can write pull on the end of this. So the bits that I want to actually go across are these 2 ice lollies, and I need to check where I can put them and how they will actually travel along when this moves. So I'm going to put my glue on the very tip of this. Fortunately, this glue is quite strong and it really doesn't need that much of it to do anything. Now, if I put that there and I slide that back in, that works fine. So it'll slide along there, and then this one just about will go on there as well. There. Ah, that'll do. Now I'm going to take that off and just check there's no glue that's showing on the back side. Definitely don't want any glue on the back side of that because you'll end up sticking it in place and that would not be a good idea. So if this comes out, you get that image in your window, which is fine, and then it can go back to there. And it's going to be aided by me putting a foam stopper on this part of the lolly. So on the back of it, putting a foam stopper, which just ensures that that cannot go any further than there. Now I need to put a stop on this side, right the way at the edge. I'm going to put another piece of foam just across the two of them, like that. So that means they're nicely supported when they're traveling and they cannot go any further than I wanted them to. Put the glue on these surfaces. Now you do not want to put glue on this one here. You do not want to put glue on this one here, but you can put glue on this bottom one and then around the edges where that foam tape is. You can always add a little bit of extra decor if you want to the front. I think that looks quite nice as it is. And I would put a weight on top of that while it dries to make sure it doesn't start warping. And then we have the "It's your birthday, you deserve this," and then there's some ice lollies, which for someone like me with a summer birthday is quite nice. So there we go, that is the card. I will leave the file in the information box down below. You will have to provide your own images. That one came from Pixabay, I'm sure you can find it